Howdy, this is your lesson. We are on pages 191, 192. This is not the page in your book, I don't think. So we're just going to review some of this right now. First, before and after the hour to 5 minutes. So this is asking us to show 2:50 on the clock. Okay, so if I want to show 2:50 on the clock, remember my hour is going to be right here. And once I get to 3, it's going to be 3 o'clock. So it has to be before the 3, but after the 2 because it says 2:50. Now the 50 minutes is really close to the end of the hour. Okay, that means it's almost 3 o'clock, which means my hour hand has to show that it's almost 3 o'clock. So my hour hand needs to be really close to the 3, but not quite on the 3. So if this hand kept going, it'd be almost on the 3, but not quite. Okay? Now, 50, again, this 10 means 50 minutes because all of these go in increments of 5. Okay? This would be 15 minutes, the 4 is 20 minutes, etc. as we get all the way through the clock. So 10 means 50 minutes, so that would be 250. Okay? We're getting to your page. Okay, it says write the time as minutes after an hour and minutes before an hour. Okay? So this is between the 12 and the 1. Okay, this is between 12 and 1. So I know it's 12 o'clock because it's not at the 1 yet. So that means it has to be 12 something. Okay? And I'm at the 45-minute marker. This means 45 minutes. Okay? So this is 45 minutes before 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock, before 12, or after 12. Okay? This is 45 minutes after 12. Okay? Which is also how many more minutes, I write minutes here, how many minutes before my next one? Well, I only have now 15 minutes before what time? If this comes all the way up here, that means this moves here. So before 1 o'clock. Okay? So on number 2, this is going to be our after, and this is going to be our before. Same with number 3. After and before. Okay? So number 2, again, my hour hand is a little bit after the 2. And so the 4 means how many minutes? Well, the 4 means 20 minutes. So it's 20 minutes after 2 o'clock. Because this is between the 2 and the 3. Okay? Which means how many more minutes until I get to 3 o'clock? How many minutes before 3 is it? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 minutes before 3. Because I have 40 more minutes until I get to 3 o'clock. Number 3, here's my hour hand, and there's my minute hand. So this is between the 5 and the 6, which means it's 5 o'clock, it's not 6 o'clock yet, because I haven't even gotten to the 6 o'clock yet. So it means it's 5 something. So that means the minutes have to be after 5. They can't be after 6 because I'm not at 6 o'clock yet. So how many minutes after 5 is it? Well, this minute hand is pointing to the 8, and the 8 means 40 minutes. So this means it's 40 minutes after 5. So how many more minutes until it's the next hour? And what is the next hour? Well, the next hour is 6 o'clock, right? I go from 5 to 6. So it's 40 minutes after 5 o'clock. So how long until or before 6? Well, I can count. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 minutes. Now what you're going to notice when I do these after an hour and before an hour problems, your total numbers are going to add to 60 minutes. And watch what I mean. 45 and 15 add to 60 minutes, which is an hour. 20 plus 40 add to 60 minutes. That's an hour. 40 and 20 add to 60 minutes. That's an hour. Okay? So your hours before, or sorry, your minutes after an hour and before an hour are all going to add to 60 minutes. If they don't, something's wrong. Okay? Number 4. It says before and after the hour to 5 minutes. Okay, so same thing. Okay? We're doing the same thing. Okay, so on number 4, here's my hour hand. So here's after, before. Okay. This is after what hour? Well, it's after 7. Okay. Which means it's before. It hasn't quite gotten to the 8 o'clock. Okay. There's always going to be one number difference here. Okay. One number difference. Now, the minute hand is pointing to the 7, which means 35 minutes. So it hit 7 o'clock and then went 35 more minutes. So it's 35 minutes after 7. Okay, now 35 plus something is 60. And that would be 25. But we can count how many minutes before or until. Before also means the word until. So you can write that down if you want. I would like you to. Before also means until. How many minutes until 8 or before 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Groups of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Okay? Go ahead, try 5 and 6 on your own. Okay, try 5 and 6 on your own. Alrighty. So here then on number 5, you should have 55 minutes after 1, which is 5 minutes before 2. Okay? On number 6, you should have 40 minutes after 8 and 20 minutes before 9. Okay? Now I have to move my screen up. No, I don't. I'm good. So, go ahead. You can pause the video and do 7, 8, and 9 on your own. And when you're done, you can play the video. So go ahead and pause it and then play it after you've done 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So now you're resuming the video. Number 7, it's 50 minutes. Okay, we went 50 minutes after 3 o'clock, which means we only have 10 minutes before 4. Number 8, we only went 15 minutes after 10 o'clock. Okay, so it's 15 minutes after 10 o'clock, which means then we have the 45 minutes until we get to 11 o'clock. Okay, on number 9, we only went 20 minutes after 6 o'clock. Which means then that we have that 40 minutes until we get to 7 o'clock. Again, please notice that 50 and 10 add up to 60, 15 and 45 add up to 60, and 20 and 40 add up to 60. Those should all add up to an hour, okay, to 60 minutes. Ready? Your next page. Sorry, I have to go through a lot. So times before and after an hour to 1 minute. So the difference now is we're looking to go to 1 minute, not just to 5. So this might be a little more tricky for some of you. So we'll do the best we can with it. Okay? The directions say write the time as minutes after an hour and minutes before an hour. Write the time as minutes after an hour and minutes before an hour. Okay? So again, we have after and before, and you can write this down on all of them. Oh, actually, no, don't. we'll just do it like this. So how many minutes after, what time is it? Well, it's 6 o'clock, right? That's my hour hand. So it's after the 6, it's not at the 7. So it's something after 6, which means it's something before 7. Now, how many minutes after 6 is it? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. So it's 27 minutes after 6. Now, how do I know how many minutes it is before 7? Well, I know that I have to start right here. There's 1, 2, 3 minutes until I get to 6:30. So I'm going to write a 3 right here because that's 3 minutes until I get to 6:30. Okay? And now I can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's 30 minutes. So what is 30 plus 3? 33. So both of those are minutes, labeled minutes right here. And if I go 27 plus 33, I'm going to get 60 minutes. So we'll try number 11. We have after and before. After and before. How many minutes after the hour is it? Well, this is the hour hand, and it's 1 o'clock something because it's not at the 2. So it's after 1, which means it's before 2 o'clock. Now, how many minutes after? Well, I know that this 10 means 50 minutes, right? And the minute hand is after the 50, so I know it's more than 50. I can also count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. So it's 52 minutes after 1. So how many minutes before 2? Well, I can start right here and go 1, 2, 3, plus 5, because that's 5 minutes. So 3 plus 5 is going to be 8 minutes. And again, 8 plus 52 is going to be 60. Okay, let's try number 12. After and before. After and before. It's after 12 o'clock, right? But it's not at 1 o'clock yet. So it's before 1 o'clock, but after 12. Okay? Now, how many minutes after 12 o'clock is it? Well, I can count 30 minutes right here. 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. So it's 48 minutes after 12. Okay? Now, how many minutes before 1? Well, start right where I ended up. So I'm at the 48. So I go 49, 50. So that's 2 minutes right there. And then I can go 5, 10. So that's 10 minutes. So 2 plus 10 is going to be 12. So 48 plus 12 is going to be 60 minutes. So it's 12 minutes before 1. All right? Next page. Okay, next page. 13. After, before, and you will have to go to a second video to finish this lesson. Okay? It's after, the hour hand is after 8, but it's before 9. Okay? You can see it right here. Now, how many minutes after 8? Well, this is pointing right at the 7, which I know is 35. Now, we're going to solve this a different way. Instead of counting on the clock, I know that I have to end at the number 60. I have to end at the number 60 because that's the whole rotation around the clock. I already have 35, so what is 60 minus 35? Okay? See what I did? I crossed out the 6, I made it a 5, and I borrowed, so now I have 10 minus 5 equals 5. 5 minus 3 equals 2. That's 25 minutes. And if I count on the clock, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I'm going to see that